Welcome back to Operation Pixel.
Guess what?
Dead body?
Trump.
So between episodes...
We had like a 45-minute rant, dude.
It wasn't 45, it was like
long.
15 minutes. We were just kind of venting. Anyways, I was gonna mention your, Traveler's Tales. You brought that up in the last episode.
And I was
Wait,
half
hold on.
right.
Did they just say that they put eggs inside of him?
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Oh yeah, she's just excited about the eggs?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's move this. But yeah, I was kind of half right with Traveler's Tales.
Sort of. He's alive?
He's alive.
No, he can't be alive.
Did you see the eye move?
His pulse is weak, but it's there.
Oh my god.
Look for bite marks.
So they laid the eggs inside of him because he's warm still.
Just like the ones
And they didn't kill him.
I see.
He's alive, but only technically.
How did they get the eggs in there then? I actually missed where the eggs were.
This is the Venom's final stage.
Inside of him?
Yeah, but where inside of him?
In his gut?
Then how is he still alive?
Because he's paralyzed and like practically brain dead, but like he's got like the horrible pulse.
Does he have a tattoo on his arm? Like mine?
Oh, maybe it's like decaf or something.
Is it decaf?
Yes, he does.
He's like, ah,
It's
crap.
decaf.
He just lost 2 of his friends.
What the hell's going on over there? Is he alive or not?
He's like, I don't think you want to see this.
But in a comatose state. Something is laid in eggs in his abdomen. Something what?
God
That's even
dang,
worse
that's
that's even
like-
worse than losing your best friend.
That's getting stabbed in the gut and then like kicked in the nuts.
I'm sorry.
Dude, he looks like
Victim is Daniel Cafaro. Another throwaway.
he looked like
Oh my god.
freaking aggro right there.
They've gotten out somehow, but I never thought.
knew about this? You knew? I'll kill you.
Yeah, man, do it.
he's getting a little insane going on.
He's in high stress right now.
By the way, I think
under
this
a
is the
lot of
final
stress.
episode.
Yeah, no, we're definitely getting there. Of the show or the series or
Series.
Or do you
No.
mean of
Of the
That chapter.
There's four episode chapters.
Okay. But I was gonna say, are we like is this like the finale of our Jurassic
No.
Park series?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, whew, you had me worried there for a second. I freaked out.
It's loading. There's 4
Yeah.
chapters.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure we just finished 3.
Yeah, probably. I was gonna say last time because we were talking about it a little bit. We got a little off topic.
The end.
Oh, hey, the survivors. I was going to say.
How did he get in there?
I was gonna say, what if Telltale like did what a lot of games do, and they sort of did like an HD remake of this?
A remake?
An HD remake, where the graphics are good.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean,
the animations are good, and the gameplay's all there. But also, if they added like some branching story paths,
maybe.
so you could save the big buff guy
Yes.
or
But
take
I mean,
other
like,
paths.
this game didn't sell very well.
Oh, I know.
It was actually like discontinued.
But I still think, like you said, like you told me it was cool, and so far it has been cool.
Right. The story wise, right?
Yeah,
Graphics aren't great.
yeah, they could be better.
Like early 360 almost.
Yeah,
Billy, wait. We were nearly killed by one of our own men. Probably
You know, yeah, they probably could have done a lot better with like the
teams are dead. Oscar's dead. All because of your
the
dynasties. All because of
mocap,
no the
animations,
the
graphics.
no the fabrics and
Oh,
walls.
textures.
textures
There you
textures
go.
textures. They probably could have done a lot better with the textures because this is a very scripted game.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of room for improvement, and I'm sure their newer games are pretty great looking, at least to some degree. Like you said, this was probably fairly early 360, at least middle 360. This certainly wasn't late 360.
I don't think it came out like in the middle, but also not late.
I'm not sure when it came out. Point is that
Remember, we made a point to go to the game store for me to buy this. You remember that?
no,
You don't remember?
I probably don't remember it because like if I wasn't planning to get something, like the trip isn't very memorable to me. You know what I mean?
No, I think I dragged you along.
Well, it
because
could
you
be.
wanted something too. We went to Target and they didn't have it, and then we went to the GameStop across the street.
Huh. Alright, if you say so. It's possible, I guess.
I also picked up Earth Defense Force.
Oh, Earth Defense Force is fun. We should do that on the show sometime.
We should.
Even if it's just like, oh man, we're falling asleep, it's like 3 in the morning, let's just do some Earth Defense Force. Oh man, we'd be so like giggly and weird.
I gotta give you like 4 strawberries.
Oh god, not the strawberries.
And then play Earth Defense Force.
That's gonna sound like code for something, like some kind of drug.
Yeah. Dude, you want some strawberries?
Not the strawberries, man. You know what happened last time we had the strawberries?
I got some very potent strawberries.
Billy, let her go. We need every able-minded body we can get.
You know you want the strawberries.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Come on, Doc. Let me hear
He's
it.
a little,
Was it?
he's a little...
He's trying to get her to admit guilt.
Yeah, well, it is her fault, technically.
Well, some of it is.
It's my fault.
There. So difficult, was it? Friends would have saved you here. At least I got the truth out of it. You want her alive? You got it.
She sort of has it coming.
He's a little unstable.
Oh yeah.
Just mark my
I mean, like I said, he's under a lot of
Save
stress right
just
now.
one of those animals before she lifts a finger to help you. Now, everyone make themselves
Yoder? More like Exploder.
That's a pretty bad joke.
I can see where he's coming from, though.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like,
Can't stay here long.
if you lose a couple of your friends while also under all this stress.
You watch one get eaten, and then you walk through the door, and you see one getting eggs laid in his stomach.
Yeah, where he's still sort of alive.
Yeah.
And you know someone in the room is basically semi-behind it. Or at least knows about it and didn't do anything. Like... Oh, man.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Peeky peeky.
See anything? Maybe it's clear.
I mean, this is sort of off topic maybe a little bit. But it reminds me of one D&D thing I was watching. Which sort of had an interesting kind of thingamajig.
They're so heavy though.
Like story element. In the sense that there was this rich guy, right? And he'd essentially lost his home to like some sort of like essentially like raiding orcs, essentially.
used to shovel poop.
Nice. But you know what I mean, like, the town was taken, so he didn't have his house, but he told the heroes, he says, if you're in town, could you stop by my house and get me something from my basement? It's very important to me.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, that's a fair request. Like, even if the guy was sort of seedy, like, you know, he's offering a reward, and he genuinely wants his stuff back, you're like, okay, fine. Well, I guess you're not getting out through there.
Maybe Jess could get through there.
If it's hot, then no.
No, he put his hand on the tank.
Oh, okay.
A flare kit.
But there's, like, blood and all sorts, because that's where they dragged him through.
Ah, yes.
See, that's the tank that he touched.
Okay.
See the big old warning signs on it that says don't touch?
Yeah. He touched it.
Yeah.
So anyways, so they went to this guy's mansion, right? To go get him his item.
Oh, little girl, let's investigate the body.
But they went to the mansion, right?
Yeah.
To go get the guy's thing. And in the front room, right, the foyer, essentially, there was like several like deadly traps that nearly killed them.
Like guillotines and stuff?
Yeah, or like the floor collapsed and dropped into like an incinerator. Stuff like that. And it was like, you know, if it were me, I would go back and I'd like throw that guy against the wall and I'd say, you don't get this item. Like, you could have killed one of my friends by sending us in there not at least warning us about the trap. All you had to do was say, there's some traps, watch out for them. Like, he basically set them up to fail. Someone could have gotten seriously injured or killed because he
like
didn't
the
mention
bartender
the
of a
traps.
certain thing who says, I need some rats taken care of?
Leave him alone.
Yes.
Like, only like 4 people will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, we can explain that in a second. But the essentially the idea is that, like, if someone sends you into a situation and they know it's a trap and they don't warn you that it's a trap, they're not your friend.
Yeah.
Like, they literally did not care if you lived or died. And in fact, may have been hoping that you died. They wanted something from you. They should have told you about the traps.
Yeah, I've seen like a couple series where it's like, they're just set up to lose.
Yeah.
I thought the dinosaurs couldn't breathe.
The one I was talking about was like the first D&D game I ran.
Then how did they lay eggs?
because
Theropods shed eggs just like most other egg-laying animals. Think about chickens. The whole egg market is made
Sorry, I got
up of
distracted by this egg.
chicks, right?
Eggs?
Oh yeah. So they
Egg
still have
talk.
to lay them?
Oh my.
What is it?
You bring up a good point about our dinosaurs ovulating, but these eggs are gathered in a clutch. This is brooding behavior,
Oh.
Chickens will brood a large enough clutch?
but not our dinosaurs. I've found post-ovulatory eggs in the ranges. They're mal-shaped, usually destroyed or kicked into the
Or
bush.
eaten.
I see.
I mean, eggs are good for you.
can't jump
Hold on,
to
they're
any
talking about
conclusions.
something
How could this
important.
even be possible?
Could a girl dino turn into a boy dino?
They're explaining that.
With Dr. Wu's slapdash approach to gene sequencing, anything could go
It's all
wrong.
Oh, they're
Dr.
just
Wu's
trying to
fault.
essentially explain something that came up in the movie.
Maybe just a little bit more.
The tunnel looks tall enough for
Yeah,
a
but these
boy.
characters need to know about it,
Maybe we should
otherwise,
go this way.
you know,
Jess, stand back from the grate. You don't know what's down there.
they
I'm
wouldn't know.
just trying to help.
I know, Jess. I just can't keep my attention on everything at hand, plus you.
Oh.
But yeah, so
Sorry to be such a burden.
the first D&D game I ran,
Such a teenager.
they went down into the basement of this tavern for the barkeeper to go solve a rat problem, and they found a hole in the basement that led into the sewer. And there was some evil stuff down there,
But I would know how.
but the bartender was actually the villain the whole time.
Criminal tendencies.
He was sending drunk people down into his basement to deal with his rat problem. But
He was feeding them.
yes, he was secretly trying to feed the rats because he was a were-rat in disguise. The whole thing was just a ploy based off of like the generic like level 1 quest. Go into the basement and kill the rats. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna make it more exciting than that.
Leave the door alone. We're not going back out that way.
So
Why not?
Because we aren't backtracking, and those damn creatures could still be out there.
Good.
watch as like he actually like came back up and knifed the one that was eating him in like the eye and it died. And then he used it like for cover and stabbed the other two. And then he'll show back up later in the game.
Yeah, you just know that he's gonna have to kill that one with the eye gouge.
Yeah. Just be funny if that guy came back. Be pretty great.
No, I guess I gotta just talk to people. I guess we can keep talking
You want to talk next time on Operation Pixel?
until I stay out of the vents.
Jess, stay away from the vents. No more sneaking off, understand?
I'm not going anywhere, Dad.
Besides, I think it's locked.
It's a lie!
Alright. We'll come back next time, and she'll probably go through the vents.
Maybe.